Hey folks, as you can see, I'm not in my garden today, but I'm in somebody else's. Now, occasionally, every now and then, I will come across some creators that I think that are doing some really good things and they are putting the effort in. So every now and then I'll give a shout out. Now, I don't do these often, but today I'm going to give a shout out to 3 creators, and they happen to be 3 of you guys. That's coming right up after this. Welcome to UK Here We Grow. I'm Tony O'Neill. On this channel we deal with all things gardening, poultry keeping and beekeeping. If it's your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button and bell icon to be notified each time we put out new content just like this. So, as I've already said, today we're going to be looking at 3 channels that I think you should have a little look about. Now, 2 of these channels are really new channels, guys. They've only been filming this year, and one of these channels have only been around for about 6 months. But the reason I'm giving these channels a shout out is because I can see really good potential in these channels. They are putting the efforts in, they're working really hard, and more importantly, number 1, they're a subscriber to UK Here We Grow, and they support us by commenting and watching the videos and liking the videos and things like that. And I'm all for giving something back to these channels and helping them get the exposure that we weren't able to get when we first started doing 7 years ago. So the first channel is going to be Guru Mafinda. Now, this bloke is fantastic. He has taken over an allotment, he's put his heart and soul into it, and he is a really lovable character. He works really hard down there, and he's built himself a little tiki hut. Now, if you don't know what that is, get over to his channel, have a look. The links, by the way, guys, are going to be in the description for all of the channels I'm talking about today. Now, this guy is fantastic, but the one thing that really caught me onto his channel, and I've been watching it since day 1, and if you go and look at his channel, you'll see that I'm commenting there too, is not only has he been subscribed and commenting on my videos, but he is a family bloke, and he's getting the kids involved. He's happy to take you guys through, and what he doesn't do is pretend to know everything. He shows you all his failures and everything else. Now, recently he's just learned that he's able to edit videos, and he's starting to learn that process as well. So I really suggest you get across to him, have a look at his channel, and possibly subscribe and just give him a little bit of support, because if you've ever made a video for YouTube, you know that it can be quite a daunting task getting used to talking to a camera and putting yourself out there for people to constantly have a little go at you. We all know, and we've all heard of, you know, trolls and things like that. Well, you know, why would someone put themselves in front of that? Because they want to be able to connect with people like you guys. The second channel I want to talk about is Erica's Little Welsh Garden. Now, Erica again has only been doing this for around about 7 or 8 months, but again, she's putting out regular videos, working really hard on them, and is coming up with loads of stuff garden related, how to preserve it, and she's got fantastic jam recipes, things like that. So if you're really into that as well, get across to look at Erica. And by the way, Erica is about to do a mini series with our 3rd person that we're going to look at, and that's whose garden I'm in today. So that's coming right up in a moment. So guys, today's garden that we're in is Liz Zorab's garden from Byther farm, and we are here today because Liz invited us up to have a look around the garden, and Liz has been a great supporter of ours, commenting on our videos, and I found Liz's channel from one of her comments on my videos, and I was taken back by all of the garden and the work that she's been doing since she bought this property.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the area, Liz.
So we're in southeast Wales, and we have a very small holding here. It's 0.8 acres, and we've been here for 2.5 years, and in that time I've built an annual vegetable garden, and we have chickens and ducks and turkeys and soon to be guinea fowl, so lots of poultry as well. And we also have a permaculture style food forest.
And that's the thing that I've liked about everything I've seen since I've come here, because the whole place has been set up so Liz and her partner, sort of otherwise known as Mr. J, has been planting crops here and helping to become self-sufficient. And what I like about it is the fact that Liz and her partner Mr. J has been planting crops around the area and trees and putting in the structures that's needed in order to be able to provide food for them as they've grown on. So Liz, why did you think that you wanted to do this?
Well, when we bought the small holding, we were both working full-time in a local city, and this was just going to be a big garden with a small space for me to grow a few fruit and veg. And then I became ill, and we realised I wasn't going to be going back to work. So the way that I can contribute to our family income is to raise as much of our own food as possible, which means that our food bill is really, really small.
You don't just do the vegetables either with the poultry and things, you actually not only eat the eggs but you eat the poultry too.
Absolutely, yes. So the chickens and the ducks and the turkeys provide us meat as well.
So for those of you that's interested in homesteading, this channel's really good channel for that, because Liz is taking you through the whole process of being able to produce the food, grow on the ducks, the chickens, the turkeys, the guinea fowl.
Yeah.
And she's got a fantastic space here. I've had a look around it and it's amazing, and we will have b-roll coming in and out of this interview so that you guys can see what's going on here as well. So what are your plans for the future, Liz?
Okay, so plans for the future are to extend the food forest over what will work out at about half an acre right across, which will give us much more variety and much more volume of fruits and vegetables and herbs, and it will just allow us to do more, but more of the same.
Yeah, so that you could store foods for the winter and things like that. Yeah, and this is something I've always said to you guys for the last 6 or 7 years, that it's all well and good growing food to eat through the summer, but really good gardeners are planning in end of spring and the beginning of summer for food through the winter, and that's things like your squashes, pumpkins, marrows, anything that you can store. So putting things like carrots and beetroot into clamps, old-fashioned clamps, are a great way of storing it. We've also looked at jarring and things, and I know that your channel has a lot of that as well on preserving the foods as well. So what do you preserve?
So well, I make jams and jellies and pickles, and I make quite a lot of wine for Mr. J, and I'm just starting to explore how to can, which is putting stuff in jars, how to can safely and properly, so that there isn't a risk of botulism in your food, because that's a Christmas surprise you don't want.
No.
And so I'm just starting now to learn all of those things, and as I'm learning, I'm sharing that journey of the discovery, really.
Okay, so what do you think of viewers are going to benefit from, if for subscribing to your channel? What are they going to come to your channel for? What's your unique selling proposition?
Okay. So part of that learning process is then sharing it and showing you, mostly showing you my mistakes so that you don't have to make them, and also just doing it in a light-hearted way, that it doesn't have to be too serious, because that's probably one of the things we're not, is too terribly serious about anything other than growing our own food.
Yeah, a couple of Liz's videos that I've watched recently, they've spent about 10 minutes just laughing at each other on camera, and it's so infectious, guys. It really is. And if you like that sort of light-hearted humour and still learn something as well, it's a fantastic channel to come and watch, and I urge you all to come across and check out Liz's channel. And as I've said before earlier in the video, all the descriptions for all 3 of the videos are below. Definitely check out all the channels, guys, because they really are worth it. What I'm going to do, Liz, I'm going to do a little bit of video around, if that's all right with you, so that everybody at home just gets a little snapshot of what's going on, and then hopefully some of these guys will come and say hello to you on your channel.
That would be great.
Anyway, guys, that's it from me today and from Liz, and we're at Byther Farm, and like I said before, you know, don't be afraid, get out there, do your own thing. I'm Tony O'Neill, this is UK Year We Grow, and remember folks, you reap what you sow. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.